Hey Dandelions, it's me Sandy, aka Sandy Dandy, and today I am going to do a flip through of my completed the unofficial Squid Game adult coloring book. So yeah, let's back up a little bit so you guys can see the cover. Okay, and there is the back. Okay, so you guys can pause and read if you want. Yeah, I got this coloring book quite a while ago, and I've been coloring in it for a while. I went in between the splat color, was it the splat coloring book, the Nickelodeon coloring book, and this one for a while, and yeah, I just finished this today, so let's get into the Squid Game coloring book. So, okay, let me scoot up here so you guys can get a look at this. So let's start with, this is just the title page. Nothing special about that. Yeah, this video might be a little long, so yeah, go get a drink of some kind of drink, whatever you're using to hydrate yourself today. Yeah, maybe get a snack. Yeah, so this is the symbols from Squid Game, and I colored it in with a gold gel pen. And we have another title page. I colored in the unofficial and the coloring book with gold gel pen. Okay, this is a saying from the show. It says, doing something is always more fun than just watching. Okay, and down here is the person who said that. I colored it in with gel pen, so yeah. Okay, just a little bit about the show while we're doing this. If you've never seen Squid Game, it is a show about these people. Some of them are like criminals, and some of them are just falling on hard times, and they run into this guy. He's on this first page, and he'll give them they'll play a little game with him, and if they win, that he'll give them a card, and they end up it's sort of like, you know, at the beginning of Saw, where the people wake up and they don't know how they got there. Well, that's kind of like the beginning of this show. But before they get into like playing the game, they end up like going on these little in these little mini vans, and then they wake up and they're at this place where they have to play this game. And the games that they play, if the first game that they played, there was like it was red light, green light. If you guys have ever played that as a kid, they played that, and the people that moved when they were supposed to stop, they got shot. And in this game, in this show, the people that get eliminated from the games, they get shot. So yeah, it's kind of violent in that way. And also, if you don't like subtitles, you probably will not like to watch this. But I found it interesting. I think it's like Korean. I think it's like a Korean show. Don't judge me too harshly if that's not the nationality of the people in the show. But yeah, it is a really cool show. And yeah, it's been a while. So the this page right here, I'll read it to you guys. Childhood, a time of no worries and the freedom to play games like hopscotch, marbles, tug of war, and red light, green light with our friends. Who knew being good at those games from your youth could someday be worth $45.6 billion. Okay, so that's 38 billion in American money. The hit next Netflix show Squid Game turns lighthearted games for our children into not so fun challenges, but surprisingly leaves out one of the greatest pastimes ever, coloring. Enter the unofficial Squid Game coloring book, a templated journey depicting scenes from and modifies from the show in creative and unique ways. All it needs is a little color, and that's where you come in. Colors communicate. How we see color and how colors contrast are all part of creating a message. We bring ideas to life and use the reflections we see to shape what we want others to focus on and understand. And just like Squid Game, every color has a hidden message. In red light, green light, we hear sang, woo, tell, jai hun. You won't be caught if you hide behind someone. The scene is trying to communicate a deeper message, and similarly, you can use your coloring skills to express your thoughts and feelings, whatever they may be. And down here I use gel pens to color in the little shapes. The little shapes play they play a big deal in the games, so yeah. Okay, this says, let me repeat the instructions. Okay, so I colored that in with a gel pen. And, okay, I'll read this page to you too. It says, unlock your creative freedom and channel your inner artist to fill in these templates of the Squid Game characters and games you know and love. Find your favorite character's number and replicate the colors of the jumpsuit, or use your imagination to change up how would you style the Squid Game cast. Would you make the courses of the games different? Check your knowledge of the series with hidden items, or perhaps add some new components to your own. Did the show leave out vital elements that you would have included if you were the creator of the games? Challenge yourself to recreate the iconic scenes. Take back to the basics of coloring and let your imagination run wild. Maybe even think about this coloring book as one of the obstacles you need to overcome in Squid Game. Just like coloring, all the games in the series are based behind childhood classics. To take the opportunity to brush up your creativity skills. Just in case you find yourself kidnapped into a life or death contest for billions of dollars, play your own games or challenge your friends to coloring contests while a familiar waltz plays on repeat. Whatever you do, just make sure to play safely and always fair. So yeah, this is a really cool show if you guys have not seen it. It's been on Netflix for quite a while, and I cannot remember exactly when the show came out, and my internet is currently down, so I can't ask who over there when this show came on Netflix. But yeah, it's one of my favorite shows. They also had a reality version, but people didn't really get shot in the reality game version, and they're supposed to be doing another version of the reality game based on this TV show. And they have like a big prize at the end. I don't know if it was billions of dollars in the reality show, but yeah, it's a really fun show, and I really enjoyed it. So here I colored with gel pens, and yeah, I just did random colors on these little shapes that are from Squid Game. And over here we have like one of the main characters at the beginning of the show playing the game, playing this little game with these little like I can't remember if they were like little envelopes I think, and you had to like throw them and they had to like land on each other. But yeah, it was really fun. So I colored that in with gel pen. So yeah. Next page here, again colored in these little shapes with gel pen. And over here, I think I did gel pen on this too. And this is like one of the main characters. He is number 1 in the game. And there's like some secrets about number 1, but I'm not going to tell you guys what the secrets are about number 1, because yeah, that would ruin the show for you, because there's like a twist at the end about number 1. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys. So again, this page, the shapes I colored in with gel pen. And this is one of my all-time favorite characters. She is a robot, and she's only in one scene of the entire show. But yeah, she is in the red light, green light game, and I totally loved her character. She's a robot, so yeah, I love that. And that is, I think I used alcohol markers on that. Next page, the alcohol markers bled through. More shapes here. And yeah, I use these as kind of a test page to test out my like gel pens and markers. So yeah. And over here we have this was during red light, green light. And I think this is number 456. Number 456 is my favorite character in the show. I like number 1, but number 456 is my favorite. And this guy right here is trying to drag him during the red light, green light game. And I colored that in with alcohol marker. Okay, and my fan is blowing, so my air conditioner is like blowing on me, and it is flipping the pages, so I'm just making sure I'm not flipping too many pages ahead. So yeah, we have the symbols again. Use gel pen for that. Over here is the like this place in the show, and they go through all these like different mazes of stairs and stuff. And yeah, it's really cool. And I don't know if these were the exact colors, but like it says, in the beginning of the book, you can color whatever you want. Whatever colors you want to color it, that's what you can do. And I used alcohol markers on that. So yeah, I love that. That's like really cool, that maze. And it kind of reminds me of like a dollhouse. Okay, next page. Here we have the symbols again, color them in with gel pen. Over here we have one of the bad people in the show. She's number 212. And this was a game where they had to take this like cookie. It was like a sugar. If you ever had like the maple sugar cookies, if you've ever had them, that is what this was made out of. And they had to cut out their shape with a little pen. They had to cut that out of that big. It's like a round cookie, but they had to cut out their shape of what their team captain had got when they were picking out the shapes. So she got the star, and she actually did that. But yeah, I didn't really like her. She's one of the bad characters, and I kind of felt sorry for her towards the end. But yeah, she was a bad character. Next page, the shapes again in gel pen, and over here it says, "In here I can stand a chance. At least out there, I got nothing out there." So yeah, and here are the guards from the show, and they have their little masks there that have the different shapes. So yeah, and I think this was at the beginning of their at the beginning of the show when they were supposed to vote whether they wanted to stay or whether they wanted to go. And yeah, so that was fun. It was kind of weird but fun. Okay, and here is the back. I used alcohol markers on the other page and they bled through. I colored in the shapes with gel pen. Over here we have where they had voted, the people that wanted to stay and the people who wanted to go. And there's one of the guards. So yeah, and I colored that in with gel pen, not gel pen, but alcohol marker and Crayola marker. Okay, so more shapes on the back, and like I told you guys, I used those as like a test to test out different colors of like gel pens and markers to see which ones needed to stay and which ones needed to go. Here we have, this is like the secret like guard guy. Yeah, he like controls like the games and stuff. And I colored his face in with a gold gel pen. I did the background and just like different markers. And yeah. Okay, next page. More shapes to test out gel pens and markers. Over here we have a guard. And I love the background in there where they do the games, because it's like a childhood, like it's clouds and stuff. It's like a kid's bedroom. So yeah. So let's go next page. The shapes again on the back where I test out my markers, and these are the cookies that yeah, so you can see like some people broke their cookie when they were trying to cut it out of the big round circle. So there was a star, a circle, a triangle, and an umbrella. And the people that got the umbrella, yeah, they were kind of mad because that was like the hardest shape to cut out with the little pen. And yeah, a couple of the characters, they figured out that if you just like licked the cookie, it would dissolve. You could just like lick around the shape and it would pop out. But a lot of them didn't figure that out and they got shot. So, but yeah, that was fun in that game. And here are the shapes again, and they're like different symbols in the show, and I colored them in with gel pen and marker. Over here we have my favorite character, 456, and this is where he was getting his cookie apart. And another character in the show showed him that you could just lick it and you could get your shape out. And he had the umbrella, and he successfully got the umbrella shape out from the big cookie. So yeah, so he was my favorite character, and I'm not going to tell you what happened to him because yeah, that's a secret. If you're going to watch a show, I don't want to spoil it. And my I guess my internet is back because you know who has just chimed in. So, yeah, let me get a little drink of water and we'll move on. Okay, here we have the shapes of the different cookies right here. And yeah, I colored that in with gel pen and just like test out the gel pens. Over here we have another character. I kind of liked her. She was bad, but yeah, she like robbed 456 when they were out in the world. But yeah, I like her, and she like ended up well, I better not tell you guys that, but she did end up towards the end almost winning the game. So yeah, but she was a really good character. And yeah, that was fun coloring in that brick wall. Okay. This is the shapes again from the cookies. I colored them in with gel pen. Over here we have a saying. It says, "We've already come too far to end this now." Okay. And this is a bridge that's in the towards the end of the game, and they have these pieces of glass, and some of the glass is like the cheap like plexiglass that will break easily, and the other glass is real strong that will hold your weight, and they have to go in between these different pieces of glass to see which one, guess which one will hold their weight. And if they get on the one that doesn't hold their weight, they just fall through and die. So yeah, but that was a cool game, but it was kind of weird too. The show is kind of weird, but it's cool too. So yeah, this is the shapes again, colored in with gel pen. Then we have these two characters. I think this is the one that was. They were kind of good characters, and they were playing the marble game. They have their little bags of marbles, and they had to play against each other. They could play like different. They could shoot the marbles and play that way, or they could put marbles in their hand and do a guessing game to eliminate one or the other. So yeah, so one of these two got eliminated in that game. So yeah, we have the shapes again from the cookies, colored in with gel pen. I used alcohol marker on this page. This guy was kind of a bad guy. He was number 199. And yeah, he was one of the bad people. And I wasn't sad when he got eliminated. Okay, so we have our shapes again, colored in with gel pen. Over here, I colored in this page with alcohol markers and Crayola. So here we have number 218, and he's at a fancy dinner that is towards the end of the game. And did I color his eye? It looks like I colored his eyes in with a red marker, but I think it was a purple marker. Okay, so the shapes again from the cookies, and over here we have a saying from the show. It says, "I'm good at everything except the things that I can't do." Okay, and I colored that in with different gel pens and markers. And yeah, she is number 212, and she was one of the bad people in the game. But I kind of, like I said, I kind of felt sorry for her towards the end of the show. This, we have the shapes again from the cookies. I colored them in with gel pen. Over here, I did a lot of this in gel pen. I think I did the whole thing in gel pen. Let me look at the back. Yeah, I did the whole thing in gel pen, so yeah. And we have number 199 and number 218. And this is when they were it's like a little village where they were playing the marble game. Okay, we have these shapes again, colored in with gel pen. Over here, we have this like big giant slide that was in the room where they were playing the it was like a big playground when they were doing the cookie game. So yeah, that is really fun. And we have the guard up at the top of the slide. Yeah, and that did that in gel pen too. So yeah, here we have the cookie shapes again, and I colored them in with markers and gel pens. Over here we have this game, the tug of war game, and they had on each side they had the different teams on each side of this like road, and in the middle was like a guillotine, and they had to pull, playing the tug of war game, and pull their team back and get the other people's team's rope to get in the middle of there where the guillotine would fall down and cut it loose and they would fall. Yeah, that was a fun game, but it was the people that I wanted to not die. I was like on the edge of my seat the first time I watched it. I was like, oh, please don't let these characters die because they're like my favorites. So yeah, it was fun. And I used gel pen for that, and it's kind of a glittery gel pen. Next page. And yeah, my air conditioner is trying to turn too many pages. We have the shapes again from the cookies, and over here it says, good rain knows the best time to fall. And these are this is one of the bad guys. He was him and some of these other bad guys, they wore these masks, and they were Americans, and they come and they just they were really rich guys, and they did this for like fun. If you ever seen like what is that movie, Hostel? If you ever seen Hostel, where these millionaires go and they pay to kill people for fun. These people pay to like watch these poor people fight during these games, and hoping like that they'll see these people die in the games, which is really messed up. But yeah, he was one of the bad guys. Okay, so we have the shapes again. I colored them in with gel pen and marker. Over here, these fancy boxes. That's like, they're like gift wrap packages. And what is inside the gift wrap packages? The eliminated players. That's where their bodies end up when they get executed in the game. So yeah. And they kind of cremate the bodies. So yeah, not a really fun. It's kind of fun, but yeah, it's kind of weird. It was like a really weird in the game, in the TV show. I kind of didn't know at first what were these boxes, and then I figured it out, and I was like, Okay, so here we have these shapes again, and colored in marker and gel pen. Over here we have my two favorite characters, number 456 and number 1. This is where they were playing the marble game. And yeah, this guy, he was really old, and he peed his pants. The poor guy, he like peed his pants. And number 456 ends up taking his jacket off and putting it around number 1 so he won't be embarrassed, so people won't see that he peed his pants. So yeah, that was it was a touching moment. Okay, we have different, this shows like the different games that they played, and I colored this in with gel pen just to like test out my gel pens. Over here we have this character, and she's crying, number 4240, and I'm pretty sure she was being executed during this. So yeah, I think this was the marble game, and she lost the marble game. So yeah, so same here, just different games that they played. And over here we have number 456, 218, and 199, I think that is. And it says, "You do because you don't have anybody else." Okay, so yeah. And I colored that in with gel pen, and it was like glittery gel pen, and it's still like, I should have used like something to spray on there, because yeah, the glittery gel pen is still coming off on my hands. Next page, same like game symbols right here, and I colored that in with marker and gel pen. Over here we have the little card that they give them when they win the envelope game, that says that they can go play the squid game. So yeah, so that's cool. And this is like the train station where number 456 met the guy that played when they were playing the envelope game, and he gave him the business card. Here we have more of the little stick people showing the games that they played. And over here we have number 212, and I cannot see her number, but they were playing the marble game, and I colored that in with gel pen. And they wear Vans shoes in this TV show, and all of the Vans shoes are like white Vans, which is really cool. Yeah, I cannot wear white shoes. If I wear white shoes, they will not be white very long. Same with white clothing. I'm like a real person. I'm messy, and yeah, with markers and everything. I usually get, yeah, my clothes don't, my clothes, if they're white, they usually get stained. So yeah. So here we have the games again, colored in with marker gel pen. And this is up at the top where they were on a tower where they were playing the tug of war game. So yeah, yeah, I know I didn't exactly color in everybody's face and everything. I just colored them all one color, but yeah, that was a hard page to color because there's so much little detail. This color book has a lot of little detail, so if you don't like little detail, it might not be the coloring book for you. So yeah, again, the games from the show. And here we have the guards. Each of them has their own little room, and they come like over the loudspeaker and tell them to come out to go and do their duties for the day. So yeah, they're sort of like in lockdown at night. They're not allowed to come out. But yeah, it was they're really cool, but they're kind of creepy and same tone. So yeah, here we have the games again. Different page in this book, like the backs of the pages, some of them are different things. So yeah, and I colored that in with marker, and I just knocked my water off. And this page I colored in gel pen, and in the show they have this like big giant piggy bank that comes down from the ceiling, and each game they play they add more money into the piggy bank. And yeah, I thought that was really cool. I really liked watching the money drop down into the piggy bank. Yeah, I would love to have that big piggy bank. Yeah, that's what I need in my house, to keep just dropping the money down in there. Okay. Again, same thing on the back page. And over here we have this page I colored in with gel pen and marker. And this is where they had to take a picture of themselves. These were like little photo booths. And they all had to, this little smiley face come on here and said, smile. And they had to take a picture of themselves for the game. So, yeah. And I thought that was neat. It was a neat thing in the game. Okay, background. The back page, same thing. And I tested out my markers there. And here we have number 12. And she's walking on the pieces of glass, playing the glass bridge game. And yeah, she looks like she's like really scared. And I think I would be scared too, because I don't think I could be able to tell. I don't know if any of the rest of you guys could tell between plexiglass and real thick glass. But I'd probably fall through, because I would have to be the one that was at the end, so I'd know which pieces of glass to jump on, because I wouldn't want to be the first one, because yeah, no thank you, because I don't want to fall through. So yeah, so here we have the little stick people for the games in. And over here I colored this in with gel pen and marker. This is a scene towards the end, the last game. And yeah, the poor guy right here, he didn't make it, so yeah. And yeah, I just thought it'd be neat to color in the sky like purple. I just thought that was cool, so yeah. The back is the same. And over here I made this, this is like the little grid that has the little pictures of everybody, and as they get killed off of the game, they change color. And I decided I would color them in like all sorts of different colors. I thought that would be cool. It reminds me of the disco floors. That's what I was trying to go for here. And we have the guards and everything. Next page, we have the same background from the other page. And yeah, this is during red light, green light. And the poor person in front of 302 just got shot, and he got blood all over his face. So yeah, this is definitely not a show for children. It is a show for adults. And this coloring book is definitely a coloring book for adults, not recommended for children. So yeah. Okay, this is where the background on the back page turned into like little clouds, and I just tested out my markers and gel pens on that page. Over here we have the marble game, where they were in like a little Chinatown. They were like in Chinatown sort of, and yeah, that's when he had gave his coat to number 1. 456 gave his coat to number 1 to tie around his waist because he had peed his pants. So yeah, and yeah, that was fun to color in all like the little details and stuff. This coloring book, like I said, has a lot of details. So yeah, it is just like you have to just sit there and just color in fine little details. So it's kind of difficult, but it's kind of fun at the same time. Yeah, my test page over here for the clouds. Over here we have the guards and the main bad guy guard. And I colored that in with markers and gel pens. Okay, test page over here. And over here, this is the last game in the show. And I colored this page in with gel pens, markers. And yeah, I had a lot of fun coloring that in. And they wore suits at the in the last game. And all the other games leading up to this, they wore track suits with their number, and then they had a t-shirt on underneath with the number on them. So yeah, we have another test page where I tested out my markers. Over here, I colored this in with markers and gel pens. This is the maze and the place where they were at. And yeah, I just love the mazes. I think they were so cool. Would I like to go through the mazes? Maybe, if I didn't get lost. So that was fun. Another test page. And over here, this is at the beginning of the show. Now, number 456, he was, he had a little bit of a drug problem and gambling problem, so he had gambled away most of his money at the track, and then he was supposed to buy his daughter a birthday present, so he was mad because he was trying to win something out of the claw machine. He does win something out of the claw machine, but it's not exactly the prize that you would give to a kid because it is a gun that is a lighter that he wins out of the machine. He wins like a box, a mystery box, and you think like maybe the mystery box has like a toy or something in it, but it had the gun that is a lighter. So yeah, another test page. And over here we have where 456 was taking his picture in the photo booth, and he has a big smile. And I colored that in with gel pen and marker. Test page. And then over here we have two guys playing the marble game with the guard over here. And I colored that in with gel pen and marker. Test page again. And over here we have these are dummies at the top with numbers on them, and the numbers are in order of what order they had to go up and get a number, because whatever number they got, that was the position that they had to go to on the glass bridge. That was what position they would be in, what number. So if you got number 1, you'd be the first one to go out on the glass bridge. So you'd want like a higher number because you don't want to be the first one out. So yeah, that's what they were doing here. And I colored that in with gel pen and marker. Here we have test page. And over here is the last scene in the show. And I don't really want to tell you guys who the two characters are in this picture because, yeah, I would spoil the ending for you. But I colored this in with gel pens and markers. And it's a fancy hospital. Yeah, it's not just the normal hospital room. This was like a hospital room for a very important person. So yeah, so test page again for my gel pens and markers. Over here we have the glass bridge, and I colored it in with gel pens and markers, and I colored in like these little lights with different colors of markers and stuff. So yeah. So that was the glass bridge. And yeah, that was like one of my favorite games in the show. So, test page again. Over here we have the bad guys, the bad American guys that came in they paid their money to watch these people, to watch the people play the games and, yeah, watch them be tortured and everything. So, yeah. Right up here I did like different, just random markers and gel pens, colored that in. So, yeah. So that was fun. Next page we have the test page again. And over here is a scene at the beginning of the show when they all had these bunk beds that were like really, really high because they had so many people in the room. They had bunk beds stacked up to like the ceiling. And, you know, as the game went along, the number of beds kind of, you know, they dwindled down to just like single beds. But there were some mean people. The mean people in the show, they were going to attack these people at night. So they had to like sleep in shifts to make sure that that these bad guys didn't attack them when the lights went off. Because when it got nighttime, the creator in the game would just like say it's bedtime, and they would turn out all the lights in the room. So they had to protect themselves. So they made like broke parts of their bed off to protect themselves. Okay. So this is when we get into the fun boxes, and I just like I said, I just tested out my gel pens and markers on here. Yeah, I just have fun coloring that in. And this is the last scene in the show. And this is 456, and he's at an airport, and he's supposed to be flying, going on vacation, but something happens and he doesn't exactly get on the plane. So yeah, and he dyed his hair a different color at the end of the show when he cut his hair. So yeah, and I did that with gel pens and markers. So okay, so more of the colorful boxes. Yeah, they're kind of body boxes, and I just use that as a test page to cut for my markers and gel pens. Over here we had the nerve center where they are watching the contestants. The guards here are watching them. You can see like up at the top there's the cameras that are watching the TV's monitors where they're monitoring the people, and I colored that in with gel pen and marker. Okay, yeah, another test page. I just tested out my gel pens and markers. Over here we have 456 and number 1 at a convenience store. And this is one of the like odd twists in the show. They let these people go back into the world at one point just to see if they wanted to go back into the game, and they ended up all going back. But yeah, this is that scene when 456 and number 1 were out in the world at a convenience store. So yeah, and I did use gel pens and markers for that. Okay, another test page, and over here we have see, there's 456 in the middle, and they're all near the bunk beds, and they were protecting themselves when it was getting nighttime, because they didn't want to be attacked by the bad guys. So yeah, I used gel pens and markers for that page. Okay, another test page, And over here we have the dinner scene at the end of the towards the end of the show with 3 contestants. So yeah, and yeah, I had fun coloring that. It was fun. And yeah, I just used gel pens and markers for that. I'm trying not to spoil the show for you guys, not give you too much detail about the show in case you want to watch it. So the gel pens, the alcohol markers and stuff bled through here, and I just used these as a test page anyway, so yeah. And this is like a scene from the beginning when they all woke up in this big room where all the bunk beds were, and the guards come out to explain what the game is and what they're going to be doing. So yeah, that is what that is, and I colored that in with gel pen and marker. My test page again. Over here we have the maze again, and yeah, I just have fun coloring in all the different things in this page, just different colors, because that was fun. Yeah, it was like not nothing serious. You could just sit and randomly color in things. So test page again. Over here we have the bad guys, and they're getting ready to, when the lights go out, they're going to attack everybody. So, yeah. And I used markers and gel pens for that. Test page, and over here we have the bad guy, the head bad guy guard. The head guard here with his gold mask. And, yeah, so... yeah, I colored him in with, I think I just used all markers on this page here. Sorry, allergies. Yeah, we have test page here and another page with the maze. And yeah, I just colored in all sorts of random, just different colors. Whatever I was feeling that day, just colored it in. Okay, the test page here, and over here we have number 67. Yeah, she was one of my favorite characters, and I really enjoyed coloring that page in. I used gel pen and marker for that. And the last page, we have the test page over here, and we have number 456 sitting at the dinner table. And yeah, I had a lot of fun coloring that in. He didn't have a pink shirt in the show, but I am just one of those people that cannot leave anything white. He was wearing a white shirt in the show, and I cannot leave anything white in a coloring book. I'm just like this, killed me not to color in. I just decided no, I didn't want to color in the whole background behind these little boxes, but yeah, that kind of kills me to leave anything white in a coloring book, because I'm just like, no, I don't want to see a white space. But yeah, I did leave a little white space right here for the number, because yeah, that little badge did not have any color behind the number. So yeah, so that is the end of this book. And usually there's like a white page where you can test your markers in coloring books, but this one didn't. So yeah, this back page kind of become a scribble page. So yeah, so, and it was just like a title page, back page there. It wasn't nothing special. So yeah, okay, and the back cover is black. So yeah, I had a lot of fun coloring in this coloring book. If you're a fan of the show Squid Game, you will probably enjoy this coloring book. Like I said, it has a lot of fine detail. Not as much as other coloring books, but there are little fine details in here. So yeah, it was a fun coloring book, and I'm glad that I purchased it and colored in it. So yeah. So the next coloring book I will be coloring in is in my test page here that I put behind my pages in the coloring book. It just decided to fly through here. And the next coloring book I'm going to be coloring in is the Downton Abbey coloring book. And yeah, Downton Abbey is one of my favorite shows, and I can't wait to color in this coloring book. And when I finish it, I will do a flip through of this one. So yeah, guys, not much else is going on. We've been having in and out internet because of the weather. And yeah, so I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.